Coaching offer type number 9 is coaching retreats. So let's jump in. What is a coaching retreat? It's a blend of professional coaching with a relaxing getaway, offering an immersive and transformative experience for personal growth. And personal growth could also mean business growth as well. But ultimately, this retreat is going to be an experience that transforms, right? So from a coaching retreat investment standpoint, I've seen any from $1997 to $5,000 plus. I've been on ones that are $5,000 plus. And, and it's really just about offering that balance of comfort with unique experiences and coaching that's in a desirable location, right? So a retreat just is about getting away from your everyday life and just going all in to immerse yourself to get some result, right? So, the prices really depend on a lot of things, their location, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to best price your retreat as well. So typical timeframes for retreats are anywhere from 2 to 3 days. They may be weekends, depending on if you're targeting to work with a professional that's a busy executive or something like that, then weekends are going to be better, but if you're working with entrepreneurs, maybe a 2 to 3 day midweek, however you want to do it. But there's either a 2 to 3 day range, which tends to be on the lower side of the investment, or I've seen 5 days or 7 days. Anything outside of that gets a little more complicated, but I have seen like a 21 day retreat, but typically it's a couple days, 5 days or 7 days. So you're going to pick what works best for you and your clients. So have a pay in full option, discounted with a bonus that comes with it. And you can also have an option where they put a deposit down to save their spot at the retreat, and the rest of the balance is due prior to the retreat. Or you can set up monthly payments as well. So however you want to do it is totally fine. Again, you want to always end your pricing with the same number, 079, 5s, whatever, just keep it all consistent across all your offers. So coaching retreats are great for coaches who love creating transformative, in-depth experiences. And they're also great planners. And for coaches who enjoy connecting with clients on a deeper, more personal level. Fantastic reason to do retreats. Coaching retreats may not be a great fit for coaches who prefer digital platforms or online over in-person interactions. Okay. And you can have an online retreat. I've seen those executed very, very well. So that's an option, but again, you're still going to be going through and doing that transformational in-depth experience and whatnot, making it very challenging, or we'll say there's an opportunity to keep people engaged, right? It's so easy when they're at home or in an office or something to just be multitasking versus being in person. I think there's no substitute for it, in my opinion. Retreats may not be the greatest fit for coaches who don't love to plan different experiences, and they don't like when they have to make changes on the fly, like that stresses them out. Or they find that organizing and managing logistical details are overwhelming. And even if you are, and you don't love that, you can think about anything, planning big birthday parties or weddings or something. Coaches who do great at retreats are the ones that really went all in with that kind of experience. However, if that's not for you, but you still want to do retreats, just make sure you have budget to pay someone to kind of be managing those details, right? Because retreats tend to be more, I would say, a little more of a premium type of offer. And your participants, we want to really give them a great experience so that they'll come back and refer us for additional retreats and stuff like that. So some pro tips for coaches who want to have a coaching retreat offer. 1, start small. Start with a mini retreat to get the feel for planning and hosting. You could do a 1-day retreat in your town or your city, by getting, just a 1-day, no one's even staying the night kind of thing. Or at least start with the 2 to 3 day before going all in on a 7-day. Okay. You can start small, get the feel for it. Call it a beta, whatever. You can start the experience before the retreat begins by having a pre-session or maybe a networking event. So all the retreat participants get to know each other and stuff like that. That really starts creating that buzz and excitement. And it really does begin the minute they enroll. So you want to, even if they enroll and the retreat's not for 3 months or whatever, you want to have something that builds up that experience before, not just when they come into the room. It really starts the minute they enroll. You can also focus on the transformations for retreat clients that they can't get anywhere else. So that's what makes retreats so amazing is, how many times can you just go in this immersive experience away from the everyday hustle and bustle of life and get some sort of transformation? So we really want to focus on the transformation. And usually the retreats, it happens faster, right? In a more intimate setting, which is cool. You can limit your spots to create buzz and add value to the investment for this intimate, transformative experience. Okay. So you want to say this is like 10 people, 8 people, 20 people, whatever it is, because typically, especially if you're renting like a venue that maybe only has so many bedrooms, or you're doing it at a hotel or whatever, we want to create a limited spots, because people who go to retreats, they really, they like to be able to get to know everybody. And that's what's really part of the value is these connections, this community, these lifelong friendships that are going to happen because they're going through a transformation together. It's very cool. You can bundle in bonuses like maybe follow-up coaching sessions or digital resources to add irresistible value beyond the retreat itself. So again, if you register by this date, you also get access, to this, or you get this course or this whatever, or this resource I created, or you'll get a VIP session with me or whatever you want to do, but you can bundle in things to create that urgency as well. Also, you can partner up with other coaches, which is a really cool thing to do with retreats. That way you're not doing everything yourself, so you can co-create and co-market and co-everything and split everything 50-50 or whatever, or you can be the leader of it where you invite someone else or another coach or an expert that will add value, that type of thing. So for me, whenever I did some sort of retreat, I always like to bring someone in that they could never really meet or have access to. So it's kind of a neat, surprise, but what it's also there for. So now that you're understanding, I've done like over 150 live paid events in my life in my last 10 years of coaching. And what I found is you want to have someone else there because you will get probably exhausted as the leader of it. So it's nice when you go to dinner that there's 1 or 2 other people that you can switch up every night. So-and-so goes and sits with this group and you sit with this group. And that way people are getting a more intimate experience and getting to meet other people, but you yourself aren't exhausted, right? Because you're having to manage it all by yourself, right? It's just about sharing that energy. Right. So you can also partner up with nice venues or maybe some wellness brands to offer that luxe add-on experience. It really kind of adds to the value. It's a totally different vibe. If it's like, here's a coaching retreat, you're responsible for your own meals, I'll provide the room and the transformation versus that might be one price versus the other investment would be, we're going to have organic meals provided and that type of thing. So depending on your brand, you'll want to kind of bundle that in, or wellness brands. And, as like the first thing in a retreat, it's like everyone should get a goodie bag, in my opinion, like that surprise thing, they get like gifts, hits all the love languages, right? So, and you might partner with some wellness brands or, whatever to put as part of that gift or what have you. But ultimately, it's about making your retreat a can't miss, once in a lifetime deal. Because what I can tell you from someone who's done 150 plus paid live events, no retreat, no in-person experience event has ever been the same. So that's why it's a once in a lifetime experience, because you may have 10 of the same people there, but then you change out that coach that you're bringing in as an expert and it creates a totally different vibe. So it really what comes from it is I've totally just detached myself from in-person experiences to the outcome. I mean, I know I want everyone to get a transformation, but like I've disconnected, like thinking it has to run the way that I want it to run, because when I let go of that control, more magic happens in a more powerful way. It took me about 50 live events to figure that out. So trust me on that. All right. So does having a coaching retreat offer feel like the right fit for you? No problem. Yes. Do you see it being your signature offer, your intro offer, or a premium offer? All right, so up next, we're going to do the advanced offer strategy, the combination.